got a chump. At least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jumping up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong. He ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a...
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Right to the air is Jackson. And his first pass is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Not the best to starts here. We know they're on a 2-game skid. 3 and out. That's not what they had drawn up.
Not even close. And now what you're asking your defense to do is pick you up. And they've had to do that, I'm sure, during this losing streak. Hopefully you've got one of those confident defenses that says, we'll take care of that. Hopefully you'll get back on track soon.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the set. Set up.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
19-18. 60 by 6. 60 by 6. 70 range. 70 range. Ready?
Here's Penix. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Falcons at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. Take go.
Now Penix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Falcon defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And Diggs has it. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different side?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go. Mustang 19.
They'll throw with Penix. That is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Slot man moves right. To the air, Penix. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Looking to throw, Penix. Right back to Pitts again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Hey, smash. 79 Bronco. Check out.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he's flushed out left. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points,
but
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Penix working out of the gun here.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ready. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run again here with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Robinson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 41. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Check smash. Check smash. 72.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 70, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. This 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Lamar changing the play. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
No, we changed it. We changed it.
Now it's Jackson. He's got an open man. It's Diggs on the comebacker. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. An audible here to get a new look.
Yo.
4th down. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Falcons add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Jackson will throw again. The left side caught by Diggs. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Partner, I really don't have words for that one. It's not often you see a completed pass lose that kind of yardage.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Jackson. They'll find Everett there, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now 3rd down and very long.
No, we changed it. Sit up.
To throw is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Yo.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Coup for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. And he goes out of bounds without getting rid of it. A big loss there, and it goes down as a sack as well. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
13.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
To throw from his end zone. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
it certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting him out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win. But defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win